Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good afternoon and welcome to Administrator Bolden. Before I begin, I want to offer my congratulations to NASA and to Orbital on the test flight of the Antares launcher on Sunday. The successful test flight speaks well of the teamwork among Orbital, NASA, and the Wallops Flight Facility and the FAA, and including the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport and the Virginia Commercial Space Flight Authority. So congratulations. Now, today we are meeting to review the $17.7 billion request for NASA's fiscal year 2014 budget. And I know, General Bolden, that it's not been easy getting to this point. With sequestration and the late resolution of the fiscal 2013 budget, we in Congress have not provided you with the optimal conditions under which to plan and implement NASA's inspiring portfolio of missions. But here we are. Now, I have said before, and I will say it again, that our investments in research and development, including space, are investments in innovation, jobs, and future economic growth. If we skimp on the input side of the equation, we can't expect positive changes in our nation's capacity for innovation and growth. That is why we need to take a careful look at how the resources requested match the program content included in the fiscal year 2014 budget request. At the full committee hearing just last week on FY 2014 budget requests for science agencies, the President's science advisor, Dr. Holden, testified, and I quote, "NASA has long had the problem of 20 pounds of mission in a 10-pound budget, and they continue to. I share that concern. This proposal includes requests for NASA's key priorities, the James Webb Space Telescope, the International Space Station, and the Space Launch System, and Orion Crew Vehicle, along with its science and aeronautics programs and its infrastructure support. I worry that for all the work that NASA is tasked with doing to move forward towards fulfilling the 2010 NASA Reauthorization Act, that the agency is also cherry-picking aspects of that strategic plan that it finds favorable while undercutting other priorities in the law. For example, the 2014 budget request includes $105 million as a down payment to fund initial concept work on a mission that would demonstrate solar electric propulsion technology that is needed to capture a small asteroid, move it into translunar region, and then potentially use that asteroid as a target destination for the first crewed flight of the SLS and Orion system. In addition, the request includes $820 million a year over the next several years to fund the development of commercial crew capability for transporting astronauts to and from the ISS, a significant increase from the $400 and $500 million range that Congress has been willing to authorize and appropriate for those activities in the last 3 fiscal years. My fear is that I have already gotten to the 20 pounds of program content that Dr. Holden was talking about in NASA's $17.7 billion request. And that doesn't include the unfunded new responsibilities for developing climate sensors that NASA's Earth Science program has inherited from NOAA, the $50 million increase required for full reimbursement now to the Department of Energy for resuming the domestic production of material that's needed to power deep space missions, or the 29% increase over fiscal year 2012 actual spending levels that's being sought for NASA's space technology program. To NASA's credit, the agency has been making progress in managing schedule and cost on its activities. The Government Accountability Office just recently issued a report that stated that NASA had success in the last 2 years in launching missions on cost or on schedule. I commend the agency and the contractor workforce on this progress. And yet the GAO also says that sustaining the changes that have led to these successes will be challenging within a period of flat or decreasing budgets and with the ongoing work on several large-scale and complex projects. Should any of the JWST, ISS, or SLS Orion programs experience a hiccup, the financial impact could have, and this is quoting GAO, cascading effects on the rest of the portfolio. Indeed, GAO's word of caution gives me pause, since I don't see a lot of flexibility within the 2014 request for dealing with that situation. I hope today's discussion can clarify the rationale for the proposed asteroid and capture retrieval initiative proposed in the 2014 budget, and particularly how it contributes to detecting and characterizing 90% of near-Earth asteroids 140 meters in diameter or less. We've heard testimony in this committee about that, as set in policy and successive authorization acts. In these tight budgetary times, we need to be sure the proposed approach will be the most efficient means of achieving those objectives. So I look forward, Administrator Bolton, to what I hope will be a beginning of an active dialogue on both the policy and resources required to support NASA and in effectively implementing its challenging and inspiring portfolio. And I thank you, Mr. Chairman, and yield, well, not the balance of my time, but I do yield.